Ladies and gentlemen, another week of college football has come and gone, and it was an absolute banger. First of all, forgive me if I do sound a little sick. I do have a stopped up nose right now and a little bit of a cough. However, I'm still trying to get videos out throughout the week because it is also interview week. We are going to be interviewing a couple players around the state one-on-ones, and we will also be doing a couple of team interviews. So stay tuned for that throughout the week, as well as our normal posting in that regards to what's happening this week. So again, like I said, college football reactions are here. We're going to talk about the Big 12 games in this video. But first, if you are new to the channel, you already know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Later today, we will, of course, have our Big 12 predictions for week number 5 of the college football season. And then we will also have our AHSAA prediction video for you guys as well. No interview today, though. That will start tomorrow with Carter Davis, out of Gulf Shores. Then Wednesday, we'll talk to CJ Crowley out of course, Hoover, a 4-star running back who has not committed anywhere yet, but has a lot of offers. We're going to talk about his recruiting process and all of that stuff, so stay tuned for that. St. Michael's interview will be, of course, on Friday, and then Thursday we will be talking to the Saraland Spartan offense. So, lots of stuff coming this week. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. We may actually do another video because I have some cards that I just shipped off to PSA that are coming back this week. So maybe Friday we'll go ahead and record a little video, a reaction video to my grades so that you guys could see that up front as well. So great week of posting on the way. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And without further ado, let us go ahead and hop right into these Big 12 reactions. Alright, so kicking us off on Friday night, we had Tulsa going into Oklahoma State. And I think I called this one. I said Tulsa would upset Oklahoma State in my prediction video, so I got that one right. Mike Gundy, man, I know he's a legend in college football, but I don't think he's going to have a job come the next football season. I think he's gone after this year. I know his buyout's like 17 mil or something like that. However, the Tulsa quarterback, 22 of 36, 219 yards, 1 touchdown, was not able to watch any of this game because I was at the Gulf Shores game on Friday night, which, by the way, those highlights are coming on the gram. I've just been so behind on schedule, but we will pick up with Saraland and Spanish Fort and then Gulf Shores and that. So, again, Oklahoma State, the defense looked absolutely terrible. Tulsa led pretty much in every category when it came to rushing and receiving, and that's what you got to do if you're going to go on the road and be a Power 4 school. South Alabama did it last year, and now Tulsa did it this year, and they got the job done on the road at Oklahoma State, and Mike Gundy might be fired by the end of this season. All right, kicking us off on Saturday, big noon kickoff. This was a banger. Texas Tech going into Utah. Pretty much a defensive game up until the third and fourth quarter in the second half, where Texas Tech just went off. They got a couple of picks on the Utah quarterback, and that is where Hemming took advantage, of that, or of the 2 picks that they got. Thrown for 2 touchdowns, 169 yards of offense, 13 of 16, so not the worst day in the world for the Texas Tech quarterback. Dickey, the running back for Texas Tech, also having 2 touchdowns, and now we are seeing what the NIL can do for you in this new era. Also, I don't know if you guys saw, but the NCAA did eliminate the transfer portal, or the spring transfer portal window, and now there will be only 1 transfer portal window now, which is good for the sport as a whole. However, Utah did not look good offensively at all. They scored pretty much their lone touchdown of the day in garbage time where they were trying to come back, and Texas Tech is proving why they are going to be considered for a college football playoff berth and will be a threat in the Big 12 as we get into the later parts of conference play. Next game up, we have ACC versus Big 12. A couple of foes there going at it. SMU at TCU. SMU falls to 2-2 on the year. TCU improves to 3-0. They could be a threat with that Sonny Dykes-led team. Their offense looked really good. I thought that their quarterback, Hoover, played really well. Almost 400 passing yards, 379, 5 touchdown passes on the day. They didn't really run the ball. And that's what you got to do to beat a pretty tough team in SMU, right? They did make the college football playoff last year. I think everybody's forgetting that. And this year's pretty much the same overall team. This SMU team is definitely not a bad team whatsoever. I just think that TCU was the better team in this matchup, and they got the job done behind their quarterback, Josh Hoover, who is going to be an elite player in the Big 12. Next game up, we got North Carolina going into UCF, and I was actually planning on going to this game earlier in the offseason, but hey, it is what it is. This game didn't turn out to be a banger like I thought it was, so that's okay. However, Jackson, the quarterback for UCF, 223 yards, 1 touchdown pass on the day. He also had a rushing touchdown as well. UCF dominated this game from start to finish, as you guys could see, holding the North Carolina defense to only 9 points. They did miss that PAT, I believe, whenever they scored that touchdown. Gio Lopez has been struggling with this North Carolina team. UCF improving to 3-0 on the season. The Bill Belichick era in North Carolina has gotten off to a terrible start, as they are now 2-2 on the season. But UCF 3-0 for the first time in, I believe, like 4 years or so. So not bad for the Knights as they get the job done at home against UNC in a matchup that we thought was going to be a banger. Next game up, we got West Virginia going into Kansas. Kansas absolutely dominating this game. Jalen Daniels, 3 touchdown passes, 138 yards. Figured he would have that kind of a game against a very lackluster West Virginia defense, who is now 2-2 on the season. And Williams, the running back, did have a touchdown on the day as well, with Wentz, the wide receiver, having 41 receiving yards and 1 touchdown on the day also for the Kansas Jayhawks, as they are now 3-1 on the year, the only loss being to the Missouri Tigers. They will be a threat in Big 12 conference play. Next game up, we had an absolute banger of a matchup in the nightcap of the Big 12. Arizona State versus Baylor. This was a great game. Sawyer Robertson being the better quarterback, but Sam Leavitt also played a really good game, and that is why the Arizona State got the job done. They are now 3-1 on the season, with the only loss being to the Auburn Tigers, who we'll talk about on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. I have some really insane thoughts on that game. Sawyer Robertson, 25 of 39, 250 passing yards, 3 touchdowns on the day for the Baylor quarterback, did lead the 2 quarterbacks, but Sam Leavitt in that second half picked it up, and Arizona State got the job done, and they are now 3-1 on the year. Up next, we got BYU going into East Carolina. This game was pretty much everything that I thought it was going to be, right? BYU dominating on the offensive side of the ball. However, Eastern Carolina's quarterback did lead the way in passing yards, but their air-raided offense for BYU is what got them the job done. 1 touchdown reception for the wide receiver Martin, as it looks like they were airing the ball out deep, and ECU tried that as well. However, the defense came up clutch for BYU with 2 interceptions on the day, and they get the job done on the road at East Carolina. To close out Big 12 play for this week, we had Wyoming going into Colorado. Caden Salter, the starting quarterback for the Colorado Buffaloes, 3 touchdown passes, 304 yards. So it looks like benching him was the right call by Deion Sanders, as it woke him up a little bit, kind of like what we saw with Bryce Young in the NFL. Colorado improves to 2-2 on the year. I don't think this Colorado team is going to be a threat at all in this Big 12. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that they are going to be very good this year. Last year, they had a mediocre year with 2 of the best players in college football, in Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. And hate on that all you want, but that's the truth. However, Colorado did get the win against a very lackluster Wyoming team who didn't have that good of a defense, and it showed. Again, Kaidon Salter, 3 touchdown passes on the day. Harris, the running back, 130 rushing yards as well, with Miller catching 1 touchdown pass. So it looks like Kaidon Salter tried to get the ball to his receivers, and they came down with the ball, and that is what prevailed the Buffaloes to get the job done in this matchup to close out Big 12 week number 4. Anyway, that is going to do it for today's first video. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on, as we do our best to post on this channel every single day. Like I said, later today we will have, of course, our Big 12 prediction video and our AHSAA prediction video. So stay tuned for that. Hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. Thank you all so much for watching. Interviews will be going on throughout the week, and of course, we will be sitting down with some of the players in the state. So hit that sub button. A lot of content coming for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.